Alright, let's talk about the count nice pairs in array. So you're given the array nums that consists of non-negative number, and then the basic idea is you have to satisfy the following condition. For 0I less than j less than num star length, num star plus reverse j equal to num j plus reverse I. So this question will be a little bit confused. This is because how do you know like which two number you should add, right? But if you know it's from I to j, this is from the beginning for loop to the end. So you can say I equals 0 to the end. Now the problem is this: how do you know the reverse, right? So when we traverse the current index for the integer, right? So we can actually find the nums at I, right? And then we can also find the reverse for the current index integer, right? And then when we find out these two number, we can find out what are the difference between these two. So I can actually modify this equation. So I will say numside minus reverse numside, which is equal to nums j, right? Minus reverse j, right? So minus reverse nums j, be honest. So I don't want to write it too much. So just switch your reverse with the other reverse. Then you will get the equation. Then when you find out the difference, you can actually put into the hash map. So you have a map, and then the key is what? The key is the difference, right? And then the value is actually the frequency, right? So you will know how many number that in the array that has the same difference. If they do, then you just increment, and then this will be the solution. But the problem has, if a nice pair has too much, you need to multiply 10 to the 9 plus 7. Alright, this is a solution, and it does a little bit challenge for sure. So 10 to the 9 plus 7 is already out of bound, right? For the 2 to the 31. So the better idea is using a long and storing integer. So I'm going to map new HashMap. So what I need to do is I need to create a helper function called long. I'm going to call reverse, right? Reverse, and then I need to pass in a num. I need to create a values, return value for reverse. So in this case, I'm going to reverse the num, right? And you know how to do this for sure, right? Alright, so this will be it, right? So you every single time you take the last digit out of the num and then you divide it by 10, right? And so this will be the diff, right? The difference, the num side minus the reverse nums, and this will be a frequency, right? This will be a frequency, right? So I still need some value, but I'm going to just skip it. So I still from 0 to num star length, right? Now I need to know my current value, right? Current value is numpy, right? And then current value reverse equal to reverse current value, right? And then the current diff equal to what? Equal to current value minus current value reverse, right? And this is it, right? So for every single time you can map up, you're gonna put the current diff, and then you get all P4 just keep adding, right? And if you don't have it, initial to 0. So if you do have it, so if you do have it in the map, so imagine this. I'm just give you a quick example. So 49, 97, right? 49, 42, sorry, 42 and 97. So 42, the reverse of 42 is what? The reverse of 42 is 24, right? So this will be another color, nums, but this is not a good one. So nums, reverse, right? So I still need what? I still need difference, right? Div. And that was too small. Alright, so what are the div? So this is 97 and 79. 42 minus 24. What does 42 minus 24 equal to? 18, right? So I'm gonna do the math with you. 3, 10, 6, 2, 8, 3 minus 2, 1, 18. So 97 minus 79 is equal to what? 18, right? So this is pretty much it, right? So you have two values. They are the same, right? And then if you do have it, then basically what? Basically you need to just keep adding the frequency, to be honest. So if you have it, I'm going to say map.contain the current div, right? If you do have it, I need a variable to store. So I'm saying count equal to 0, and also mod. So it's going to be converted in from 1e97, right? 1e9 plus 7. So I would say count equal to what? For every single time you need to mod by mod, and this is the way that when there are too many pairs, right? And then for every single time you say count plus map dot get the third lead, and then you mod it, right? So initially the first one, the first 42 minus 24, 18, and that will put into the map, right? And then you increment by 1, and then we find out 97, right? 97, you know, oh, I have a current div inside my map. So I would say count plus the current div is what? 1. So count plus 1, and then everything you will mod by the mod, and the mod this. At the end you will just return. And I made a mistake, and it should be everything, right? So reverse, right? Okay, this is supposed to be long. So there's another way to actually rewrite this, but let me just quickly. Alright, so this should be the only way you have to do. And okay, there are so many typos. I apologize. Alright, this will be the solution. So let's talk about the time and space. This is going to be space, right? Should be all of n. And I mean for the worst case. And this is the time. This time is going to be what? All of n for sure. And then when you reverse, this is going to be all of num. Like you need to find out the difference, traverse the length of the integer, right? So you have to find out the maximum integer. So if there is like 10 billion in this array, right, this will be all of n times the length of the longest integer. So this will be the solution. And I apologize for making mistake, but this is a little bit nicer solution. So what? So it's going to be the same idea, but when I traverse the folder, I use the enums to nums right away, and then when I use the helper function for reverse, I pass in the int and then I return a null, and this is pretty much the solution. So it's still going to work, and I'm now going to run a test case. And here we go. So if you have any question, leave a comment below, and bye.